Now next examples, children. On the same page, page number 65. Here students of certain school went for a picnic to a farm by bus. Here are some of their experiences. Say whether the quantities in each are in direct or in inverse proportion. Here some examples of the incidences that they have experienced during the picnic to the farm by bus are being given. Now you have to decide whether there is direct or inverse proportion between the two quantities that are given in the example. Now let us go through the first example. Each student paid 60 rupees for the expenses. Children, normally whenever we are going for the picnic or field visit, we have to pay money for the transportation. Similarly here, each student paid 60 rupees for the expenses. Now here you have to find out, as there were 45 students, dash rupees were collected. As one student is paying 60 rupees, then the amount collected from 45 students will be more. That is, there will be direct proportion. Here we will multiply 60 by 45. You will get the total amount collected from 45 students. Had there been 50 students, dash rupees would have been collected. Now you have to find, if 50 students will go for the picnic, then what amount will be collected from them. So what we will do? We will multiply 50 by 60. You will get 3000. That is, from 50 students, 3000 rupees would have been collected. Now the number of students and money collected are in direct proportion. It is again clear from these two examples and these two statements that as the number of students is increasing, the amount collected from them also increases. Hence, there is direct proportion between the number of students and the money collected from them. Now, next example. The sweets shop near the school gave 90 laddus for the picnic. If 45 students go for the picnic, each will get naturally 2 laddus. What we will do? We will divide total number of laddus by the total number of students. That is 90 divided by 45, you will get 2. Hence, if 45 students go for the picnic, each one will get 2 laddus. If 30 students go for the picnic, each one will get 3 laddus. How we got this 3? We will divide again total number of laddus by the total number of students. That is 90 divided by 30 is 3. Hence, if 30 students will go for the picnic, each will get 3 laddus. Now here the number of students and that of the laddus each one gets are in inverse proportion. Why? As the number of children or number of students decreases, number of laddus each one will get increases. Hence, number of students and the number of laddus each one will get are in inverse proportion. Now, next example. The farm is 120 km away from the school. The bus went to the farm at a speed of 40 km per hour and took dash hours. Now, here the speed is given and the distance of farm from the school is given. Here the farm is 120 km away from the school and the speed of the bus is 40 km per hour. From the speed, what you conclude? That the bus travels 40 km in 1 hour. Here the total distance is 120 km. So in 1 hour it will travel 40 km, in 2 hours it will travel 80 km and it takes 3 hours to complete or cover 120 km. Hence, if the speed is 40 km per hour, then the bus will take 3 hours to reach the destination. On the return trip, the speed was 60 km per hour. Therefore, it took 2 hours. Now from the speed here the speed is increased. Hence, the time taken will decrease. Now, speed is 60 km per hour. That is, in 1 hour, the bus travels 60 km. Hence, the time required to reach the school, back to school, will be less than while going. Now, here it takes 2 hours to reach back. Now, in these two statements, here the speed increases, the time decreases. That is, speed is inversely proportional to the time. Hence, we will see that the speed of the bus and the time it takes are in inverse proportion. Now, next example. The farmer picked 180 boars from the trees. He gave them equally to 45 students. Each student got 4 boars. Now here we will divide total number of boars by the number of students so that each one will get equal number of boars. So when you divide 180 by 45, you will get 4. That is, each student will get 4 boars. Now had there been 60 students, each would have got 3 boars. Now here again we will divide 180 by 60, you will get 3. As the number of students increases, number of boards each one gets will decrease. Hence there is inverse proportion between the number of students and number of boards each one gets.